subsidiaries which are prowess companies. This query trigger enables the user to find prowess companies which were subsidiaries of the companies available in the current output sheet in the specified time period. This query trigger is available under Ownership Structure and Governance Indicators section. Let us understand the functioning of this query trigger using an example. Suppose we want to find subsidiary companies of ICICI Bank which are also ProwessIQ companies. To execute this query, you need to follow 6 simple steps. The first step is to go to Select Company by Name query trigger and select the company ICICI Bank using either Auto Search or Pattern Search option. Let us use the Auto Search option and type the initial characters of the company ICICI. This will list all those companies whose name begins with ICICI. You can then add a space followed by the character B after ICICI to further refine your search. Double-click on ICICI Bank from the list and your company will be selected in the adjacent box Selected Company Names. Now click on Send to New OSC option under Execute to run this query. After the query will be executed, you will see that the New Outputs button will start blinking. Click on the New Outputs button. The OSC will be generated and will be selected by default in the Output Downloader box. Click on the Continue button to download the output. The company ICICI Bank is now in the current output sheet. The second step is to go to the query trigger subsidiaries available under Ownership Structure and Governance Indicators and click on the tab Subsidiaries which are prowess companies. The third step is to enter the appropriate date for which you seek information. The default entry in the Query on Dates box is L, which implies search is on the latest year for which information on subsidiaries of companies is available. Let us change the default date in the Query on Dates from L to March 2015. The date formats used in the Query on Dates is explained in the Help on Dates, which can be accessed by clicking on the question mark icon available just above the Query on Dates box. The domain Companies in Current OSC is selected by default. The fourth step is to select the appropriate output destination from the Select Output Destination box. There are 3 formats possible. The first is the OSC format, which lists the names of the companies without any additional data. The second output destination is the WS, which is the worksheet, which displays the company names along with its subsidiary information. The third output destination is the TXT output, which displays the same data as worksheet in a text file. The location and the name of the text file can be changed by you. The default file name is mentioned under File Name. Let us select WS as our output destination. The fifth step is to click on the appropriate Execute option to run your query. Since we have selected Companies in Current OSC as our domain, we can select any one of 3 execute options. These are Add to Current WS, Send to New WS, and Replace Current WS. Add to Current WS will add the list of companies which have satisfied the criteria specified in the query trigger along with the data. Send to New WS will create a new OSC and WS of companies satisfying the criteria specified in the query trigger along with the data. Replace Current WS will replace the contents in the current OSC and WS with the companies satisfying the criteria specified in the query trigger along with the data. Let us click on Send to New WS. After the query has been successfully executed, the New Outputs button will start blinking. Click on the New Outputs button. You will see that 2 outputs, OSC and WS, have been generated and are selected by default in the Output Downloader box. You can click on the Continue button to download both these outputs. ProwessIQ will display subsidiary companies of ICICI Bank as of March 2015 in the worksheet. Please note that the subsidiary companies obtained using this query trigger are necessarily ProwessIQ companies.